Hi, my name's Bill McLean, and this is the first episode of Out of the Box Sports and Fitness. Today I'm going to be discussing Nordic skating, also known as Nordic blading and cross skating. This is a activity that I took up as a part of a way of getting back into aerobic fitness and endurance sports, as I had some bad knees. Running was no longer an option. I did do quite a bit of rowing, ergometer rowing, and also on the water rowing, which I still am presently doing. But I wanted to try something new, break up the monotony of my usual routine. So while watching the Sochi Olympics in 2014, the cross-country skiing caught my eye, especially in particular the biathlon. And I thought, well, how could I do that on the rough roads that I live on here in Texas? And the answer was found on the internet. There is the cross-country skiers do summer training with roller skis, and then a takeoff of the roller skis are what they call Nordic skates. And my first step into the Nordic skate world was with something called a Schaick. This is a Schaick. It's a, as you can see, this is a skate that you actually use whatever footwear you're comfortable with, and you strap in at 3 locations. And that keeps your leg and ankle well supported. The Schaick has a brake, a built-in brake, which is activated by simply leaning back with that particular leg. The Schaick I enjoyed. It has inflatable tires that roll over anything, all the rough surfaces, caliche, gravel, rough roads. It will go over just about anything. The issue I had with the Schaick was the angle and the torque gave me quite a bit of knee pain, and so I used these for a while, and then I figured maybe going to a shorter wheelbase. So the long wheelbase here, I thought perhaps a shorter wheelbase would decrease the knee symptoms. And on eBay, strangely enough, I found these. These are rollerblade Coyotes. The wheelbase is a little bit shorter than the Schaick. And it does react more like an inline skate. However, it is quite a bit heavier. This particular skate is about 6 pounds. Like the Schaick, it does have a brake. It's a ABT brake is what this is called, the system. And it's activated by the cuff, and it's simply by moving your foot forward, that will activate the brake. And it will stop these wheels from turning. The brake is in between the second and third wheel. The rollerblade Coyote, 150 millimeter inflatable tires, just like the Schaick, will probably even roll over obstacles even better than the Schaick. And you can also, I feel there's a lot more ankle support with this particular skate. You have a lace, you have a strap, and then a ratcheting strap, and lastly this red strap up top. I find a tremendous amount of ankle support with this skate. I'm very, very pleased with it. Probably is my favorite Nordic skate of all the ones that I do use. However, for efficiency, the weight of the rollerblade is at 6 pounds. I can cut off about 2 pounds using the Powerslide skate. Now, this is actually just the Powerslide frame. The Powerslide boot that came with this particular setup had one of those twisting tightening devices. I believe it's called the A-top. Well, the A-tops really didn't work very well with that boot. I had a problem with that. It would slip, and I had a problem with that from the beginning. So I was never really able to use the Powerslide boot. I happened to come upon this Roche's skate. It had a different frame on it, but the frame of the Powerslide fit very well on this particular boot. And this skate has good ankle support. It's 3 ratcheting strap closures, It only weighs about 4 pounds, so it's 2 pounds lighter than the rollerblade, and as a result, it takes a lot less effort. And whereas going 5 miles with the rollerblade, you could probably do 6 with the same amount of energy expenditure with the Roches. The next item is the ski pole. Now this is a roller ski pole. It has a special metal tip that will dig in to whatever the surface is, be it concrete, asphalt, caliche, whatever the road surface is. Grass, you can't skate on grass with these skates. It has the strap to put your hand in. The way this works, you can actually release the pole on the backswing so that your hand isn't constantly being cramped up. And then you re-grab the pole as it comes forward. This is a carbon fiber pole, so it's a lighter weight pole, and you can generate quite a bit of power, as we'll look at later on with the demonstration of the different poling techniques. Don't forget about the gloves. This is actually the gloves that I wear when I Nordic ski. These are bicycle gloves. Just gives you a little bit of protection in the hand, so there's not so much friction. I like to wear a helmet. This particular helmet is just set up with a camera, so this is a Powerslide skating helmet. Some of the roads here, we get a bit of a nice downhill roads, and pick up maybe 15-20 miles an hour, so it's nice to have a little security as far as that goes. Same goes for the pads. These are old rollerblade elbow pads. I think they're great. I have had to rely on them once or twice, and the knee pads same way. They're a little scraped up because of necessity, and it makes it a lot easier. You get up after hitting on your knees or your elbows, and you don't even have a scrape, and there's very little blood, and you can pretty much resume right back into it, no problem. So I'm a big advocate for padding up for these type of activities. Just to give you an idea about the difference in the size, this is a hockey skate. When I was playing roller hockey a few years back, this was the skate I was using for roller hockey. And obviously, look at the wheelbase difference. I'll bring out the roller blade to compare it to. Tremendous wheelbase difference. So obviously, a hockey skate is made for maneuverability, sharp cornering, quick acceleration, all the things that this is not made for. But I just want to show you the difference in the skates. Try and take this on these roads here, and I would not make it down the street without having to pick myself off the floor at least 3 or 4 times. So it's not a logical choice. Great for hockey though, and great for smooth concrete surfaces. This is what this skate is made for. So what I'm going to do is get suited up and demonstrate a few of the different poling techniques and what Nordic skating is all about. Here, this is the full get-up right here with the poles strapped in, helmet, skates, and pads. This is technique number 1. This is called double poling. It's strictly upper body. There's no skating at all involved. It's really a pull from the core and using both poles together and propelling yourself forward. Double poling. This is diagonal. This is the type of poling you would use in classic cross-country skiing. It can also be used in skate skiing and Nordic skating, alternating the poles with each stride. This is a fairly decent long-distance poling technique. Next, this is the classic V2 alternating. So in other words, you're double poling as you skate. The poles strike with alternating strides. So every time, in this instance, every time the push off with the right skate, I pole. Now this is the V2 asymmetric. This is used for going uphill and also helps going into the wind. It's as similar as the double pole, except you have you lead with your one pole is a little bit more forward, and usually in the dominant hand. So my right-handed pole will be forward of my left-handed pole as I go uphill. Now this is the V1, where your poles strike with each push-off. So left, right, your poles are striking each time you push off with either skate. And this is more of the sprint type poling technique. You probably are going to get your most speed with this technique.
Well, that's it for the demo. Just remember, if you have injuries or anything that may keep you from doing physical activity, try and think out of the box. There's lots of different things that you can try, lots of different activities that'll work. You just have to work around your disability and or your injury. I just wanted to thank you for watching this episode of Out of the Box Sports and Fitness. Thank you and have a great day.